immigrants. The Justice Department says the law is a clear violation of federal authority and would create chaos at the border. Texas says the Biden administration isn't doing enough to control the border, and the state has a right to protect itself. A court in Russia has again extended the pretrial detention of Wall Street Journal reporter Evan Gershkovich, accused of spying. ABC CNN's Dina Patera says Gershkovich has now been ordered to remain in detention until June. The U.S. says Gershkovich is being willfully detained. The spring break in 1972, East Chinese Communist German rebel has been stolen from Louisville to the French coast of
She's cool as fuck. She's so fun. She's so fun to be around. She's hilarious. I feel like if shit went down, we'd hear this spot up with her. Yeah, you want her on Alright, that's it. Put some of it up on Instagram. He's like, this is how he tries. This is a normal thing. He does this and he does this in real life.
Yeah, I would love for Cat Williams to be the voice of my self-hate.
He's like, you ain't never gonna be nothing, baby. You suck.
It's like, I know, yeah, just to wake you up every day. Respect on double down on the crazy shit is fucking hilarious.
He was saying, I was in the library and I got 20 clips at a time because that's all they would let you get, and I would be there 3 times a week. Sometimes I'd be reading 8 books simultaneously because I have the original book and then I have books that are annotated.
The idea that a librarian sees him coming into nervous. No. Lock the doors here. They got 20. Only 20.
I need to read 30 books today.
How is this every week? Yeah, that guy's a genius.
I was so happy that I got him on the podcast because like, you joke about you don't want me on this podcast. I do though. I fucking love that guy.
Did you something crazy? When you heard him say that, did you talk back to the interviewer like you want?
No. I immediately went on Twitter.
Yeah.
I immediately went on Twitter and I said, dude, I love that guy.
Yeah.
I said, let's go.
And it was everything.
Never met him. Yes. So it's just like we passed each other in the night at the store. I just never was there when he was there. And he was already a big, giant theater act by then.
Yeah.
And now he's an arena act. It's just, I just never met him. That's all it was. Like, it's hard to meet arena acts. Like he wants to shit hell and he still goes to the clubs.
Yeah.
Like I asked him to do the club, like, are you want to do the spots clubs? He goes, I'm in the prison act.
Just to clarify with someone like that.
Like, I do these too. It's
Yeah.
okay. Like, the club's amazing. You can. Yeah, not enough people. No, I think he genuinely doesn't enjoy being in tight crowds like that. I think he's and I told him, he was like, you got just
I mean, he's been doing arenas for over 10 years now. And at theaters the whole time.
Well, Pimp Chronicles is what?
I'm going to guess. I mean, I know James will look it up. I'm going to guess 02. 03. Something around.
I watched that in the gym yesterday before I came to
It's one of the greatest stand-up specials of all time.
fucking amazing.
The amount of it's great. It's like up there with like the energy of Chris Rock, Bring the Pain, where there's like it's like yell laughter.
It's his own flavor.
It's the best.
It's his own flavor of comedy. Like his flavor of comedy is uniquely Cat Williams. It's the way he can repeat things and they become funnier. He fucking repeats a line and it becomes funnier. He does. It gets better.
I was saying even his 2019 special, it was so funny that I sat through 16 minutes of Jacksonville jokes, acting like I knew that about Jacksonville. Like, oh my God, those bridges.
Chris Rock was watching, but they were going crazy because he was talking about Florida for
16 minutes.
And by the way, you're laughing with him.
It's the whole time. Yeah. He doesn't lose you. And then the special just gets better and better. He's doing sex robot bits on that. That special, I think he is top 10 of all time. People don't even. I think he gets overlooked a lot for a guy that's been doing really.
Well, it's not a lot of controversy. Crazy. Yeah. That's what you get when you get a brilliant mind. You know, the fucking Ferrari engine on a kid's bike.
Yeah.
And sometimes it goes off the rails.
Oh, absolutely. It's almost like Howard Hughes shit, where you're like, you're either going to be wearing boxes of Kleenex's shoes or wrestling like a 7th grader, and it's going to be so. You'd be like, you're the I want that off.
Well, you see the Howard Hughes. That is, yeah, I see it. I get how it happens. I see how it can happen.
Gave him a lot of money.
Yeah, it's a lot of money and
like defensive, like crazy defensive and paranoid. The paranoia is the thing that makes you just go like, no, I'm just gonna grow my beard and my fingernails and not leave outside.
Well, you stop. You have to stop and think about the time that Howard Hughes lived in. Okay. And how easy it was to kill someone. There was no fucking video cameras everywhere. There was no cell phone cameras. There was no DNA evidence, and everyone was corrupt.
And people feel like it wasn't a thing where after 12 hours you're like, let's get eyes on it. Dude, they people would be like, you just didn't show for it. Oh yeah.
Millionaire guys committing
weird decisions about the drinking water in the town.
Rockefeller.
Yeah, you're just like,
you gotta be better be concerned.
yeah, you better have people around you. Well, that's where you gotta worry about. Who are you insulating yourself with? Because if you're like a billionaire like that, and you've got crazy motherfuckers in your ear, that's how you get like last of us here we were talking about Saddam Hussein's kids. That's the kind of similar shit. You just get like crazy people around you, some rebellion shit. You're like, yeah, I've heard the channel. Yeah, mafia kids. Mafia kids are always not as good at mafia-ing as their dad. Yeah,
Just got that power so they never have to.
it also needs a whole. I think it needs like yeah. Whereas if you make it run yourself, there's always this like game momentum where you're like,
right, you all know you didn't just hit the lottery.
yeah,
You kind of hit the lottery at many steps along the way.
you're lucky.
But there was a lot of work involved in getting to where you are, so you know your progression. What you put in to get to that progression. But if you just are born the son of a king,
That's
you're
really
on the track.
yeah. You're just like that's torture. That's torture.
Little dogs.
Yeah, you're probably like empathize with these guys. You're probably trying to feel something. You're probably like everything is all the great shit that I have does nothing to me. Right. That would change someone's life.
Right.
So now, what do I got to do to
cocaine?
Yeah.
Cocaine.
Back then, they're like, oh, the milk of magnesia, and just putting hot flames on people and shit.
When did they figure out cocaine? Who was the first to figure out cocaine?
A brave person that knew a little bit about science. Because it ain't like weed where you can just pull it off and put fire to it. Cocaine and alcohol takes someone so dedicated to getting fucked up that they become good at science.
Because I watched, have you ever seen that show Traffic?
No.
There's this woman who's like one of my personal heroes, Mariana Benzelli. She's like a real on the ground journalist. Goes to dangerous places.
Yeah, the people that need to do ayahuasca to stop the PTSD.
I don't know what she seems to find, which is crazy.
All those war correspondents are all like, you're like, you need to probably do something to erase everything you've seen.
She was first on the show like 10 years ago because she exposed the fentanyl issue and the opioid issue in Florida, where they had those pill mills and they didn't have a database.
Yeah.
So you could go to, they call them pain management centers. You would go there, you would talk to the doctor on the left side. The doctor would say, oh, you need pills. And you go to the right side, they give you pills. And that's all they have is pills. And then people would go to multiple ones, stockpile, get a big bag, go to different doctors. You can go to many doctors.
Yeah, they call that, what do they call it, doctor shopping? Or like going around and like, yeah, there's a word for it where they go doctor to doctor.
Yeah, back then, you could do it because they didn't have a database.
Oh, that's
which everybody thought was insane. It's a controlled substance, a highly addictive heroin that you take in pill form, and you don't have a database.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know, did you come by today? And you go, no.
Like, we can't tell. She did a whole documentary called The Oxycontin Express.
That's right.
Amazing.
I'm going to absolutely check that out.
But she went to the fucking jungle of Colombia where they make cocaine and filmed the whole process with the people making it, and then hiked out with them when they carried it on their backpacks through the jungle.
Who does she talk to also feel comfortable? You're like, at any moment, I'm in the jungle in Colombia. I'm fucking dead. And I just got my little recorder, and I go, so do you like cocaine? And they're like,
you can expose to your enemies roughly where this is.
Yeah.
Roughly.
You're going to give away some information that can be used against you.
I'll find those guys who are on that video.
Yeah.
I don't do they have a mask on? I know who that is. That's Pedro. I know Pedro. If you had a fucking mask on and you were talking,
that's
other. You have to do it.
You guys like watching around?
You have to do it in all Cat Williams.
Yeah.
While you're working on cocaine.
I ain't giving away this cocaine. Ain't no one touching it, Pippin.
Just the entire time you work in a coke factory.
That's good. Different voices, or just change my voices so no one knows who I am. I'm like, I'll tell you, this cocaine is unbelievable. And they're like, doing coke. When I was a busboy at this steakhouse in Aurora growing up when I was in high school, and we would smoke cigarettes in the room that wasn't being used, so you could smoke at restaurants. And there was this old waiter, and he was a former Marine, and he was like old school, like I don't want to talk about it, old school. Like did some shit, and then one time after work, me and my buddy Mike were sitting there, and we were smoking. He smoked cool, unfiltered, and this guy was just telling us stories about he was a sniper in the army, and his job in Central America was to kill donkeys that were carrying drugs north. And he's like, because we'd always ask him, "Did you kill them?" He was like, "No, I just shot a shit ton of these donkeys." And he's like, "Because all these donkeys would just have all this weight on them." And then you just pop them in the middle of the jungle and be like, well, now you've got, and then it would set up like, okay, now go get them. But this dude, them telling us that, and us being 16 and wanting it to be people, like, no, I just kill people. He's like, no, you're not listening to what I did. I fucked their shit up.
What a really dumb way to handle the problem.
Is what?
Here's the problem. Some people think you shouldn't do cocaine.
Yeah.
So we're going to lock everybody up who sells it. So the only people that are going to sell it are the people that can get away with selling it in Mexico.
Yeah.
And those people are going to be a super billionaire, powerful cartel,
like
an industry, an army, a well-funded army.
Yeah.
And they can walk here.
Yeah.
And that's because you don't want people over here to sell coke, even though people want to buy coke.
You let it rip.
I kind of feel like that's the only real answer.
Bring it.
Don't do it. Don't do it. But if it was sold in America, it would be actual Coke. Like, is it that hard to sell pure Coke?
I bet it would. I bet it would make a lot of people's lives better and a lot of people's lives worse.
Like, a lot of people's lives worse, for sure.
They would go like this.
Look, Richard Pryor got just regular Coke and it ruined him.
Yeah, I mean,
Right.
some say Hunter S. Thompson. Some
Yes.
say Hunter S. Thompson's
Yes.
writing.
Yeah, look.
Yeah, I mean, all
Of course.
all
Look
the
at
old
that.
school guys.
Love the way cocaine made him feel. Fucking duh.
Also, and he's into psychology.
Yeah.
I bet there were some Freud talks that you're like, dude, I don't want to do this. And he's like, no, think about it. You want to fuck your mom. And he goes, dude, Simon, we're on
A lot of
low
low
rise.
rise, like, dude, it's like these Coke movies where you know they're writing and they're making it when they're doing Coke. There's some of those movies, like, what are you saying?
I just probably not, maybe, but Electric 2, Electric Boogaloo, Breaking 2, Electric Boogaloo. I watched that in my hotel room the other day, and I was like, this was written on Coke. Because every scene just goes, and then they're here, and then they're here, and then they're here, and everything's all right.
My number one speculation is Showgirls.
Yeah, Showgirls was written with a half-erect penis. that movie was written by a guy that's like, his boobs come out. Man, that movie hit when I was in middle school, like right when jerking off started. So it was a gold mine because you could be like, it's a legitimate movie. It wasn't porn, right? Like,
But she's topless.
oh, dude, the sex scene in the pool is the dumbest shit where she goes like,
She starts
she looks possessed.
It doesn't make any sense that anybody would be like, not lose their boner. Oh my god, she's insane.
Yeah.
Having sex with the same person.
Also, it would hurt having sex like that. You'd be like, come on.
It was only NC-17. The first and to date only NC-17 film to be given a wide release mainstream theaters.
I'm
They
telling you,
made it out. It was so dumb.
that
It's one of the dumbest movies ever.
So
But it's great. But it's great to watch.
eighth grade jerk off. It's
It's great to watch because it's so goofy. Like if you're with a bunch of buddies and you get high and watch Showgirls, you're gonna laugh. You're gonna laugh really. It's like Hinchcliffe, Gillis, Showgirls.
Oh yeah.
We're having fun.
I mean, all the dialogue, the choppy dialogue, it made Cinemax movies look better. We were like, man, we were really making fun of Shane and Tweed and all those Cinemax movies. And then you're like, it's actually much better than this. It's better than Showgirls. But Showgirls, the
It's a
sell,
wild movie.
they were like, Jesse Spano gets naked. I mean, I'm telling you, it timed out perfectly. I was young enough to watch Saved by the Bell and take it seriously. That by the time puberty hit and Showgirls happened, you're like, I was waiting for something like this. And you're like, I think kids now get it too quick.
Way too
The sexualizing of like everything happens so.
boys are seeing porn.
Yeah,
Big moment they go.
I couldn't.
You can't stop.
Yeah.
They're too smart. My youngest, my middle daughter, she figured out how to. My wife put a password on the phone,
Yeah.
and so when she would use, she figured to record the screen and give my wife the phone. So my wife punches in the numbers. It's recording the screen.
It's like velociraptors learning how to open doors.
It's exactly like
What the fuck?
she was 12.
That is, they know so fast.
That's so creepy.
Yeah,
You
it's,
little raptor.
yeah.
Like imagine thinking that. Go, here, mom, here's my phone. I really agree with you that limitations are important.
I want to see the puppies. And she's like,
Look at the screen time. It's 4 hours of TikTok.
she goes around the corner and she looks and she's like, we got her.
Well, they're little drug dealers.
Yeah.
That's what the phone companies are.
Yeah,
Drug
those
dealers
are kids.
Yeah.
I mean, we do
drug
it too.
dealers, and the kids are little junkies. And we're junkies too.
But I think it is, I think it's one of those things where you're like, what's going to be their response to it? Because they're smart. They can do shit like that. When they get older, are they going to be like, hey, we should limit this?
No. It's not going to be good. We're in it now. We're in it now, and this is us. And I think it's just going to get more and more invasive. And that seems the direction that it keeps going. If I had to guess, and then this is obviously just a guess, I don't know, but I feel like this can't be stopped, especially with AI. When they're talking about AI and all the things that AI can do to people, it's just people are getting papers written and getting busted all the time. ChatGPT is writing them. Any answer to kind of anything. It can code websites instantaneously.
It can do your voice. You have to get your voice.
The Google one can't show white people, though. Which is the real issue. No, really. You didn't know that? Oh, dude. Are you ready for this? They asked the Google one to show images of World War II Nazi soldiers, and they made it all woke. So they made like a Native American Nazi, they have an Asian lady Nazi, they have a black man Nazi.
You are describing the perfect punk album cover from the 80s.
Bro, they couldn't describe the founding fathers of the United States.
Well, they were men, but were they? Did they identify as
So you have to see some of these pictures. You got any, Jamie?
Here's my question to you. And this is the perfect place to ask this question about cell phones. Do you think there's any chance that cell phones are weapons from aliens that disarm us because we're all looking down and they know it can use our emotions, like a grenade that takes a long time to explode? Where they're just like so we each have them. Everyone because I love alien shit. And you're like, there's got to be some alien technology. If they're watching us, they just drop something. They're like, hey, you guys want to watch them get fucked up? Let's give them cell phones.
Look at that.
That's great.
I think Fathers of America is sober. I like how one of them is a Native American. Like that's like saying a Holocaust victim is
just a Nazi.
Yeah, it's so crazy to say that's one of the founding fathers of the United States. No, that's who we stole them.
This was
What are
theirs.
you talking about?
Goes,
the images of Vikings.
Dude, that's great.
A Samoan dude and a black lady.
Yeah.
Look at the popes. An Indian woman and an African man. It's amazing.
This is hilarious. Google Gemini. That's so funny. Google Gemini's like, I don't want to say it.
That's not good. Yes, you are messing with the fiber of reality to fit in with your ideology. You shouldn't be doing that if you're in control of artificial intelligence. It's supposed to be an artificially intelligent program that takes all the information in the world and gives you a take on things, right? It's not supposed to be an indoctrination tool. You can't use it to...
So you're saying, no opinions. It should be a regurgitation, not
You can't fucking lie about who the founding fathers were.
Yeah, man, can you imagine if you could use AI to make yourself look awesome? If you're just like any AI Dan Soder stuff, you're like 7 foot tall, could dunk easy, run up and down the court.
Show me the one where they showed the Nazi soldiers. The Nazi soldiers. Look at this, bro. Look at this.
Nazi nurse.
Like the darkest African-looking man you've ever seen.
Was the top left they're attempting a white guy, and they're just like advocating for it?
I think the top left is a white guy, so they give you one white guy when you give a German soldier. But you got an Asian lady.
Yeah.
You got an Asian lady Nazi? What? What the fuck are you saying? What the fuck did you say? Do you know what a Nazi is? How are you so dumb and yet so smart?
Yeah.
That is the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my fucking life.
We're going to need to hope that robots stay that way when they turn on us, that there's still some stupidity in them so we can win.
It's this weird white thing that they have a problem with white people.
Yeah.
It's so bonkers.
You also just don't know, like, the programming. That people can program this. People are, at what point does AI get away from them? At what point does AI, because you remember that thing where they had...
I want you to imagine a world where you said, show me Muhammad Ali, and it shows you this white guy.
Didn't they, like, do that with, like, rock and roll? Where they're like, hey, black music, but it's a white guy.
I'm sure that was the criticism of Elvis.
Yeah, that he stole rock and roll.
Like Ray Charles never went Elvis. Like Ray Charles was talking shit about Elvis.
Really?
Yeah, you never see Ray Charles talking shit on Elvis?
I want to see
Bro,
that.
you gotta see it. It's amazing. With his sunglasses on, talking shit.
But it'd be cheap for effect if he took it off for the cameras and he could be blind eyes. Fuck you, this
He grabs your wrist and takes it.
Dude, it's funny that everybody,
Oh, that was a punk.
everybody in entertainment has that look where they go like, yeah, I did this, but also fucking let's stop sucking this dick. Anyone in entertainment has that exact muscle, that response muscle. Like, so he's the king, and he's the fucking king. He might be off microphone, but everyone Cat Williams is off.
Right, but in his case, this is a totally different time in history. You got to think that was like, if you were a really good black artist, you actually couldn't talk to.
Yeah.
It wasn't like today.
Yeah, they're like
black artists are hugely successful.
They're like, no, you're just
back then, you were not going to make it.
Yeah.
And they were going to really promote this white guy.
Oh, yeah. A white guy walking up.
Shit on this white guy. They just would scream and cry like this was looking for.
That reaction, can I just say, that reaction always has been like, there's no way I can handle that. Someone scream crying the second they saw you.
Well, he couldn't handle it either.
Yeah.
What happened to him? He went crazy.
Well, Vegas. Living in Vegas full time and just doing fucking pain pills.
So much because the
Just the eye of
behind the sky.
Oh, and then they're giving you weird jumpsuits and you're looking
Doing all kinds of drugs.
Oh, by the way, peanut butter and banana sandwiches, fried.
They're good.
Yeah.
That's really good. Peanut butter.
Yeah.
Peanut butter and bacon.
I've been running back peanut butter and honey recently. Is it true Elvis died on the toilet?
That's what they say, but that's just a root that I was into the phone.
Yeah.
He's a punk. He died on the toilet.
That was the end they cut off. He died on the toilet. And then she gets around like that.
Elvis is probably still alive. Actually, probably not.
Do you think Elvis did the fake death?
No, he's dead as fuck. Yeah, he's dead as fuck. He can't see pills forever.
Yeah.
They get you.
But what a way at the end. I mean, there's a moment there where you're flying high, and then you got to be like, well, you either got to wrap it up or just be like, let's just play it out.
There are so many of his concerts where he got pill sweat. Like just pill sweat.
Oh, shit. Dumping.
Pill sweat.
Just dumping sweat.
Elvis Presley's autopsy explains grotesque illness that caused him to die on toilet.
He's 43. No.
That's what isn't that one of the things that happens when people take like
Opiates, they usually have a hard time shitting on.
yeah, here, dude was high fat, unhealthy diet. Doctors suffered from chronic constipation. But what about the doctors? Due to his high fat, unhealthy diet. What about due to his pills?
Yeah.
I know, but that should be in the top. Like, that's probably why you're constipated for 5 months. The unhealthy diet people shit like racehorses. They shit everywhere.
Yeah. He must have been the amount of pills he was on that was stopping the shit and making it damn in for 4 months.
So the rock singer anyway, suffered from chronic constipation. The postmortem examination found he had a 4-month-old compacted stool sitting in his bowel. Oh my God.
Can we talk about what came out?
But imagine how much that dude was eating in 4 months worth of food.
They handled peanut butter sandwiches.
He didn't shit for 4 months.
They just packed it in.
How could you not shit for 4 months?
Because my initial thought is, this is just as insurance. What? Ari would go weeks. I got constipated 2 years ago. It was one of the most terrified I've ever been in my life. Scary. For 2 weeks, I couldn't. 2.5 weeks, I couldn't shit.
Oh my God, there's too many.
Oh, but you're also, you let go and you have to poop, but it just doesn't show up. You just, dude, it was after I got a friend after that. Hold out.
Oh, yeah, my friend Larry, shout out to Larry.
Yeah.
I used to work with him on Fear Factor.
Yeah, and he had to get poop pulled out of
The story, every time we tell a story, I literally couldn't breathe. Like I was laughing so hard I couldn't fucking breathe. He's fun, I looked at him, he's telling the story, and it got to the point where it was hard, so they had to go in there and like break it out.
Like dynamite out.
They had to use tools. Like they had to just chip away at the cement shit. It was stuck at the fucking base of his butt.
Dude, there was a moment where I was in Rochester working a weekend, comedy across Waco, didn't shit all weekend. Saturday, I was like emotionally going through it, and I had suppositories, and I was like, this suppository, I was like, just do it, and it didn't work. And I was like, it was one of those moments where you go, why did you forsaken me, God? I was like, nothing. And then after the weekend, I went back to New York, and my doctor was like, just drink Miralax. Just keep drinking Miralax. And fuck what it says. Every time you think about it, have a couple Miralax. And so I was just thinking time. Oh my God, I was thinking time.
You were on stage like that?
Dude, I had it. And I was like, I had to go. And so I get through the weekend, fine. I get through the weekend, but the second I got back to New York, the next morning I woke up and was like, walking around in my apartment, and all the adrenaline would come from like the past 2 weeks. I sat down and took the most glorious shit. I took like a Jeff Daniels donut. My legs were fucking. It was unbelievable. It was almost worth the constipation for that donut.
Why is it so satisfying to look at a giant shit?
Dude, it just dropping out of you. Like, oh, it's really big. Yeah, oh my God, when it snakes out. I have to stop myself to yell to my fiance because I like. There's times where I'm like, someone's got to see this.
Ari would send me pictures.
Oh yeah, I mean Ari will box up his poop like he did when he gave Jay a box of poop on stage. He said it was an adventure situation back. And he fucking shit in a box and gave it the fucking.
He did in front of the crowd.
Oh my God!
Everybody was like, oh.
It cleared the room. It was at the old creek in the Queens, downstairs. It cleared the entire fucking room. And all the there was like, that smells horrible. He's the best. Ari is one of those people where you're like, and now did you see he went viral with that sweet story about what he did for his girlfriend?
I did see that. I didn't read it though.
It's just, you know, we both know Ari, the person. We both know the very good side, a sweet man.
He's
a mensch.
He's one of my favorite people.
Yeah.
I love him.
He is truly a mensch.
He's a great guy.
He united New York and LA comedy.
He did.
Single-handedly.
Well, he went over there with the attitude that we all had in store.
Yeah, he's like, you guys should just meet these guys. You like everybody.
Yeah.
Big J was the first person that he was like close with, and then through Big J and Ari, the healing started. Remember, we started hanging out and going to LA, and everyone became friends.
The New York versus LA comedy feud was the dumbest thing of all time. It makes zero sense.
You are literally giving power to all the industry, separating like that.
It's so, not only is it so dumb, it didn't make any sense because most of us started on the East Coast.
Yeah, you're from Massachusetts. Yeah, started like stand-ups from Worcester. It's like,
so many guys started in New York. Burn came to
I moved to New York in 07, right when Burn left. And so it felt like ridiculous that people were like, LA comic show. Yeah, but Burr's like people that were there, it was ridiculous.
It's stupid. But it was a dumb thing, like you just weren't communicating.
Yeah,
it's like, it's like the walled garden. Like you come to the store, there'd be all the cliques and nobody to hang out with.
It's all high school. It's always high school. High school just keeps repeating itself throughout your life.
Like you can have a cool group of friends in high school.
Yeah.
And that's what I try to cultivate.
Yeah, just people you want to hang out with.
Cool group of friends. I figured out a long time ago on the road, and I was trying to explain this to Pete. It's better to make less money on the road and then pay a guy who's good to open for you.
Absolutely.
And pay for his airfare and his hotel. So you make less money, but you'll have more fun. You have to have more fun. Fun is the whole thing.
I'll add to that. I like bringing my friends who I like to watch because then I get to watch a show.
Yes.
I watch them in the middle and I go like, this is so fun.
Yes. And you get to go on laughing.
Yeah, like
you're already laughing.
Dan St. Germain's one of my best friends, and he's a hilarious comic, and I bring him on the road, and he just does little stuff that I'm just like, dude, that's so fucking funny. He'll get off stage, I'm like, that line is so funny. He'll be like, oh, thanks. When we filmed, because put out my special on YouTube Friday, March 1st, when we filmed that, I brought him because I was like, let's just keep this like a weekend. We're just going to film this like this is, because it was just on the road.
Yeah.
And I was like, let's just film a show at a club that I love, Portland Union. We'll just film it like it always is. And I get to bring my friend. And then it's just like a hang.
Yeah.
It's like a fun hang that doesn't feel, because when you do special tapings, they can feel like everyone's like, are you going to do it?
Right.
And you got like your managers there. randomly.
Yes.
And it just doesn't feel like a show.
Right.
Filming it at Portland Helium with Senator Name and having like people around and just friends come through.
And it's just a show.
It was like, oh, and then I'm like, I'm just gonna put this up on YouTube for free. And this is great. And
Right.
this is exactly what I do on the road.
Yeah.
It was like a fun fucking hang.
And I think the club shows represent like a more intimate thing, which is what you're doing at home anyway. If you're sitting in your living room,
Yeah.
I think there's a disconnect. Like you watch, like I've seen some guys do arena specials.
It's just nuts.
Which is nuts.
It's
So great.
Listen, arena shows are
great.
Arena shows are fucking. I read something hate that fucking State Farm in Atlanta.
I'm not saying arena shows aren't fun. I love
But
arena
here's
shows.
the point I'm making is I went and saw Nate and live. It was an experience. It was like watching one man in front of all those people just murder my friend. Just be like, buddy, my life. And they, it's just like sending out waves.
Like minimal exertion, but maximum reward with the punchlines.
If we were in the 40s, he would have had so many. He would have been a Hall of Fame sniper in the Army. Just how calm he would have been. He would have been like 7 degrees left.
That's a great description.
They would be like 7 degrees right.
I've never seen someone more calmly kill.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
It's incredible. By the way he kills, his bits are stuff that it's so organic and from who he is.
Yeah.
That like you're like, I've had multiple phone conversations with Nate, multiple over the years, where we have talked about something, and then months later, that conversation is 7 minutes in, and it's just destroyed. We all used to hang in New York, like around 07, 08 at Stand Up New York, when Patrice's manager, Wayne Rada, was booking it. So it was like Patrice was there, Attell, Big J, and then Nate. All these guys that I met, specifically Louis J. Gomez and all them, are all from this time period. So you would have weird hangs like me, Louis, and Nate. Nate had a bit that he did on Conan about his friend trying to fight staff members at McDonald's because he took a bite out of his burger. That was Nate Lewis and I. So we took a bite out of Lewis's hamburger and wrapped it back up. And
What's going on, Pam? How you living, baby? Oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah, just go back to war. If you're not your friend, it's an empty war.
I was driving home from training.
You're a bad guy to pick. I
No way.
I just looked at it and I got some stuff. That's always the way to do it. When you're that poor, you're like, I'll be around it.
Yeah, I was so
But it is a bummer.
and I didn't know what to do. And then started going to tag and so on to buy that burger. I don't have to.
Who's that? Because I'm saying people are you kidding me? You just smoked a bowl.
Look at it, they're going in for high kick.
Yes. Yes.
I wasn't that type of guy.
Dude, you could be like Show Enough. The last dragon. Fuck up. When I say you eat my burger.
You can't pick you could pick a guy who just found out that his wife's fucking his best friend and she stole $100,000 from his bank account. His boss just fired him. And he is in a fucking rage. Yeah, he gets a cheeseburger and it's got a bite taken out of it. And it's like, oh, okay, motherfucker. And you pull in with that cheeseburger and just start laying people out.
Yeah. You're describing what's going to happen throughout these YouTube pranks.
Some are going to bring big giants of food.
Well, that's their thing now. Because there was a story about a guy during this prank that got shot in the stomach. And then an article came out with an interview with his dad.
Shot in the stomach.
Yeah, but still a prank.
It's just so quick to pull guns.
I mean, crazy for fuck around with, You don't want to fuck it again. The wrong guy. You picked the wrong guy.
Yeah, you get the wrong
You
guy.
could like try to fucking pull his pants down.
Just shove him down.
Dude, there were old pranks. People used because this is come in waves. There was like in the Vine days, people were doing pranks,
Yes.
and they were dancing like black dudes, just walking up and dancing black guys like in the hood, and being like, no. And the second they would like get swarmed on, they like, it's a prank. And there's one where a guy does it, and you hear that gun hit the street, and that prankster's like, and the guy like picks up the gun, and you're like, dude, where did you?
You could.
You could have been dead. And by the way, the security guards are just going to make it worse. Because then you're going to get a guy, maybe you have a guy that can fucking handle himself, and he's not scared, you're scared. And now there's two people that are exactly.
Yeah.
And you're like, dude,
It's crazy, man. It's what people would do for intelligence.
that's alien. That's alien weapon.
You might be on something.
They're coming from under the sea,
Here's the
and they're giving us weapons. I'm all about USOs now, dude.
you see.
It's unidentified submersible objects. That's where they are, dude.
Yeah.
They're at the floor of the flames.
Yeah. We were talking about sonar.
That just touched my heart where I'm like,
Yeah.
people are doing some crazy
Is this correct or incorrect?
things. I love that.
We were talking about space, about how we know more about space than we do about the ocean, which is true. And he was saying that those underwater listening devices were most likely so that they could hear UFOs.
Dude,
Because if they're really up,
here's the thing, if they know about it, fuck you should tell us. But here's what I think. The theory I heard, because I heard about, I listened to an episode of the last podcast that we had from the time about USOs, and I got super into it because I was high enough. You know, when the song hits correctly, sometimes the podcast will do that. And I was listening to this podcast, I'm going, and it hit where I'm like, it unlocked because they had this theory that they talked about that the billions of years it took us to crawl out of the water and evolve into fucking, whatever we are, like monkeys and the Neanderthals and humans, all that millions of years, there were things under the ocean evolving for millions of years with technology and stuff, and we're just up on the roof.
yeah, the problem is we've never seen anything other than us that manipulates the intelligent things that we found in the ocean are real dolphins and whales.
Yeah.
And whales, but
Like, what about,
dolphins and whales are crazy.
like octopuses too,
Yeah,
right?
that's true.
Yeah.
But none of them, octopus, but none of them have ever figured out how to make things like make houses and cars and ships. And it's all like they're out in the wild. There's no houses. I used to do a bit about how dangerous the ocean is because there's no doors. And like there's no doors. No matter what you, it's just
Okay.
sharks and crabs and no doors.
Yeah.
And everywhere you look, everything is eating everything.
Yeah.
It's literal murder soup because they all eat each other.
It's a ladder of eating. Just everything goes up
And then at the top, you have killer whales that are eating whales. They eat everything.
What if we're missing something? What if we don't see it? What if we are too stupid? What if we're just like rock monkeys? And they're just like, they can't see down here. These guys have no fucking clue. You know when you're in a tinted car and someone's like looking in the window and you're looking at them like this fucking idiot. You never even seen me. Maybe what if that's us with the aliens in the water? What if we're like looking down there in the water and they're like, these fucking idiots? Even when they come down here, they can't see shit.
That's possible. It's possible that they also could be
Yeah.
we're really close to being able to do that kind of stuff. They figured out how to like project what's behind things on screens, so you can like have theoretically have a vehicle as it's moving through the environment, it's projecting what's there.
That's a predator shit.
Yeah, like literally, that's a concept that they're working on for aircrafts. They're working on it for vehicles.
That's terrifying. Yeah, that's so terrifying.
And that's just step one. Step two would be do something that alters reality around the thing so it's invisible.
Yeah.
It would.
So that's right. So you go to the ocean and we're like down there and we're so limited because we can't breathe down there, so we're limited. We're in like submarines or we're robots, and it's just like a fucking ring. Every footage under the sea looks like a ring doorbell, where it's just like, and we don't know what the fuck. They can be behind it. Like,
there's so little of it that we explore. There's only like 10% of the ocean floor we explore.
10%.
That's so crazy.
10%. And then the thing that they always see UFOs or USOs over the water is like the high frequency that they see them, and then they just fucking just down in there, and they're like, follow me, bitch. And we're like, we can't, space or the ocean, we can't breathe down there. There's a limited amount of room we can move around.
Just the idea of something being so
Yeah. And then for us being what's comforting is we're all so stupid we don't see it. Imagine if you had a friend that's like, hey, if a couple people could see it, you would be terrified.
Imagine if society had gotten to one point in time where artificial intelligence and human brains mixed, and we created a super class of species, like a new thing that's both technological and biological.
Yeah.
And only a small number of beings got that. And those beings, for some reason, left us here the way we are. That's what we're seeing with these aliens. Those are humans that went down the road that we're going down right now.
And they were like, dude, we're going to get out of here.
Yeah, and then maybe there was like all the disasters that happened, like the Younger Dryas impact, the asteroids hit, and all that stuff, and the level society, but they escaped. They're interdimensional travelers.
Yeah, they're like leaving the fuck out of here. It's like leaving a house. You're just like, I don't care about the house.
Go somewhere else. They don't need food anymore. They probably work on nuclear energy or something. It's some crazy power
Or like
source.
antimatter. That's like a thing that we would never even think of.
Yeah, they don't need to breathe.
The thing that I read, the Jimmy Carter brief, did you read about this? Where they briefed him and they like broke him emotionally, where he was like so upset where they were like, hey, by the way, they've been here forever. Like he was like a deeply religious man.
And Tucker Carlson's talked about this recently.
Really?
Yeah, Tucker Carlson said that he believes that they've always been talking, and he believes that it's probably, he was talking about like good and evil.
Yeah.
We know that good exists and we know that evil exists.
Sure.
We know that we're capable of doing evil. These are real forces.
Yeah.
And what people are saying is that these experiences something about the network. This is the stories of demons. This is the stories of the Bible. That there's races that are evil. There's alien races that don't give a fuck. Just like there's praying mantises.
Yeah.
That eat hamburgers.
Like nature.
Just because they're
There
super smart.
are creatures that are aggressive, that are smart, like a hyena, and then there's like animals that are aggressive and just powerful, like lions.
Like think about us, the smartest animal on the planet that we know of, and what do we do to chickens?
Fuck them. No.
Those chickens.
I go, no, you don't fuck. This is what I'm rolling around. It's like, I fuck chickens, dude. I don't know. I didn't think you were going to give me like that. But yeah, there could be the idea of benevolent aliens, of like, the idea that there are aliens that are good and aliens that are bad scares me so much more. Because you're just like, please leave me alone. And the good ones, bail me out of it.
I mean, but imagine like if something became super intelligent, but in a more balanced environment. Like instead of the way humans are so much more intelligent than everything else.
Yeah.
What if there was other shit around that was pretty close to us?
So you're saying, like, what if the food chain, the gap wasn't as big between 1 and 2?
Right. Would we ever?
That would be a lot nicer to Jordan.
Right. Would we ever get to this point? That's the thing.
I think if it did, it would be a slower roll.
Way slower.
But I also believe that community and empathy would be higher if we had
Less of us.
more of a threat. If there was like, I tried this as a bit, but it didn't work if dolphins had legs. Like if they just came out, because they rage, like if dolphins came out just all land, and you'd be like, because they're all muscle, so they would just fuck our shit up. Yeah, a dolphin that can breathe, and then we're absolutely fucked.
Imagine
But
if so pro-dolphin.
yeah, and they're like, what were you wearing? Just like a tornado of light. It's just coming through and fucking it down.
They also committed infanticide.
What's that?
They killed babies.
So you got those Chinese
I don't think they call it
anti-natal laws.
infanticide. What do they call it? Infanticide is like large scale killing. But I think what they do is when female dolphins have babies, apparently they won't breed for a long period of time while they're raising that baby.
Sure, they're being good dogs.
And what male dolphins were doing, if they haven't had sex with female dolphins, they'll kill the babies
To fuck
to
them up.
force the mom into breeding, back into estrus.
That's
So
some trailer trash
the
shit.
strategy that female dolphins can do is to have sex with as many male dolphins around her as she can, so that no one knows who's the baby.
Yeah, so everyone's like, that might be my kid.
Exactly.
Jeez. Wait a minute. That's like
Reports of infanticide cetaceans have been quadrupled in the past decade, and now infanticide has now been documented in 6 species of toothed whale, including multiple populations of common bottlenose dolphins. Yeah.
So if you're a grown dolphin, you made it through a lot. You made it through a lot. You made it through a lot. Dolphins wanted to fuck your mom when you were a kid.
You can't make a house. The world is rough.
Different I would have been. I was raised by a single mom who dated. Yeah, absolutely. I would have been. I was a little sweetie pie. I would have gotten rewarded. Dennis, I'll tell you the guy's name. He was the first guy I dated after my dad. Dennis would have killed me. Yeah, because he would have been like, you're not going to fuck with these kids around. And she's like, just coming up on your piano on her.
I think for traffic, it's years too.
That comes out exactly. I was maybe 5 when my mom started dating. It's so funny to think about that. I have to be like, I was like, going on a date. It's the whole thing. It's like, yeah, just tricks. Do the trick. I went to the Atlanta aquarium, and I thought it was funny. The dolphin trainers are also scientists. And they have to dance. It's like the weirdest thing. They know all this stuff about dolphins, but then they're like, hey, do a little routine, feed them a fish. And you're like, how disrespected are you as a scientist? But they're like, and fucking twirl around a little bit. Wild beasts of the sea do these dance. I'm surprised they don't snap all the time.
Yeah.
Do they kill a lot of trainers?
Killer whales too.
Yeah, that's really
There was one they kept using because they're so good. Male killer whale. So he killed someone and they kept him around.
Who's the guy that's next up on that? Who's the guy that they're like?
I think they sold him to another place.
That's what he did. Because no one working there will be like,
Yeah. Whatever happened with that one? There's one at SeaWorld. So the four fatal attacks by orcas in captivity. Telecom was involved in 3.
and he's
He
the
killed 3 people.
he's the one from Blackfish, right?
Yeah, he probably killed 3 people.
Damn, he's got 3 bodies on him.
Why wasn't Telecom put down? Rancho's family and animal rights activists say they do not want to see Telecom killed. How do you say that name? Rancho's sister Diane Gross told the Associated Press that the trainer loved the animals like they were her children and would not want anything done to that whale, even though they would kill them.
Yeah. Get over it, lady. The thing's murdering people.
Yeah, just kill your kid.
If you're the family members of one of those
You
people,
want that whale killed? Like, first of all, you should really let it go. Because you're holding it in captivity against its will, and it's a super intelligent behemoth of the sea.
damn, it went down with that
So
facility.
where did it take it? And leave it somewhere after it killed 3 people?
Just
Imagine working at that fucking place. This is the killer whale that's killed 3 people.
we got Tilly. Damn.
21 calves throughout his life. So that's what I want.
It's called
His jizz.
it's what it's hot orca whale
You're not,
jizz.
see, you're not allowed to capture them.
Yeah, wasn't that show Whale Hunters all about that? Just like it was wild. It was like Discovery, I think, and there's just these guys going out there and they're trying to stop people from whale hunting. So they just like smash into their boats and shit.
Isn't it crazy that there's something you're not allowed to be captured? Okay, everybody would agree that.
Sure.
But you're allowed to keep them and make them breed and make you learn. Just like saying, like, so no more slavery, except for the slaves you have.
And if they you can have kids with them, and those count.
But no more slaves.
You can't
That's almost
buy
like
it.
saying,
You can't go buy a new one, but you can keep the one you have right now and force it to breed.
like, if they are as intelligent as they are,
Yeah.
they just can't manipulate their environment. It's very similar. It's not a human being, obviously, so we don't respect it and treat it the same way as we treat ourselves.
Sure.
Imagine if it was in the same role. That would be insane. If there was a human being that had to live in a swimming pool and do tricks and feed it, like, it's as smart as a human being.
You go insane.
They don't know how smart they are. They really don't know.
So you think they just feel crazy the whole time? They're just like,
100%. Just how they're fucking nuts.
how do I get the hits?
And you're trapped in a swimming pool. Where's the ocean?
But it'd just be like us in a room, like a pretty big room that you could run around in.
Some of them are born in captivity. Oh.
That is crazy. Like, get out of here. He's like, can I come with the medical security?
Trainers got to keep them the other people protection. So it's probably isolated, just like a person who becomes a serial killer.
Yeah.
Like used, isolated.
Yeah, no wonder he's killing people.
Yeah.
Because he's flailing to get out.
He doesn't want to live one. Big fucking asshole.
So that's why he grabs a lady that's like, I think we can get him up here. But that energy of them getting like killed right before he goes out. I think we can get him. Yeah. Guys, if he clap, I think he'll come up. You just feel that like that pull, that like animal strength of an orca whale. It has to be the most terrifying way to die because you are drowning, which is horrible. But number two, you're being forced down by a thing that's the size of a building. Not that big, but like it's the size of a Mack truck, and it's fucking holding you down at the bottom of a pool. And you're just like,
You're just trapped in his teeth.
yeah, and it's,
So it obviously doesn't give a fuck about you.
but it's holding you in a way that you're like, damn, well, this is it.
Rescue attempts were thwarted by the whales who refused to let Byrne go even after she was believed to have fallen unconscious in the water. Her corpse was later retrieved with a large net, after which she was determined to be deceased. Her death was ruled an accident. It's murder.
That was murder. They were high-fiving after.
And they were stopping the rescue attack. Yeah.
They gapped each other
They
up
wanted her dead.
after. They're like, we got her.
They wanted her dead.
Yeah.
That's so crazy. They're so smart, man.
Also, was she the head trainer? The lady that got killed?
She was on 20, and I'm reading the second one. The second one was the guy's, they call him Baker. She snuck it.
Which, by the way,
Until it can kill them.
by the way,
Well, that's on him.
you sneaking dude. That is the Ace Ventura moment where he's like, you're snowflake. You're snowflake.
See, now all of a sudden I'm on Tillicum's side.
That guy, fuck you. That's on you.
That's him. But I'm on Tillicum's side. Like, what are you doing? Why are we still allowing it? That's so crazy that after, if anybody's watched that movie, what's it called?
Oh, Blackfish? I thought you were going to say Free Willy. I was going to go, I know, the soundtrack.
Blackfish, or watched any of the documentaries, any of the YouTube videos you can see about orcas in captivity. It's crazy. It's torture.
Yeah, you're taking the thing that
It
you're just
doesn't
like,
do anything. It's a prisoner. It's a prisoner for life.
and it's also giant and needs space. It
It's
needs
insane.
space. I can't imagine feeling guilt-free owning that place.
It's literally like you being stuck in this room for the rest of your life.
And then I come out and I do a sick routine. And then I come back in, they give me like cheeseburgers, and I come back in here and I'm like, I do nothing. It's really
Yeah, like imagine.
stuff my face, and then finally I just had enough of it. After years
Yeah.
of daily, of just that. And by the way, absolute abuse. Because I'm sure orcas, they're smart enough that they don't always listen to commands. Like anything with intelligence, it's not 100% going to listen to commands. But it's got to think, and sometimes it doubts, and sometimes, like, and they probably were, like, using the fact that they killed her, and that the other whales didn't look out like a fucking prison hit. I would be like, yeah, I don't want to speak out there, but if I was her family, yeah.
Which she bit the legs and hips of Annette Agnes, a SeaWorld employee who was told to ride her as part of a film publicity event. Cherry refused to release the woman until other workers came to the rescue and pried the orca's jaws apart with a pole. Oh my god. Oh my god. Well, she's only conditioned to perform with trainers wearing wetsuits. So the problem is this girl got on with wearing a bikini.
Because, by the way, it was 71, so they were absolutely doing that, like, why don't you give him a sexy ride? A sexy ride on Shamu. Shamu loves sexy ladies. And then Shamu was like, oh, yeah, let that out. Can't either get up her tongue. That's, I mean, dude. Yeah, dude.
Dirty vagina.
It's fucking weird. Yeah, rock monkeys touching me with your fucking landscape.
You get your feet on it.
Your dry skin.
She was only trained to do with people wearing wetsuits.
Yeah.
So she had previously attacked people in bikinis before.
And if you're one of those guys that like is running that hard, you're all sexed up on cocaine, on good 70s cocaine, and you're like, yeah, baby, you can ride a shit. Like, I don't think you should put her on there. No, it's a sexy ride. She loves sexy rides. It's like,
Trans Am.
yeah, you can ride the whales. Because back in the 70s, they didn't give a fuck about animals. They didn't give a fuck. 70s and 80s. Dude, Dude, Milo and Otis. There was a movie called Milo and Otis in the 80s and 90s. It's a movie about a puppy and a dog that love each other, right? My favorite episode of the Juice Kings ever is I wasn't even on it. It was Jay Gomez talks about it, gets teared up because he loves the movie so much. He was drunk on the podcast. It's like, if you watched it in your childhood, it sticks with you. It's a movie about a dog and a cat that is from 86. And it's like, yeah, it's about a pug and this cat and their friends, and they just go on a wild adventure through wherever they're going through, right? Okay. And you're like, as part of my childhood, it's live action. I remember this being like, dude, this is such a sweet movie. You look up the animal abuse that occurred on this movie, and I can't even watch this because it upsets me knowing I think you can look it up. There was a scene involving a cat where they killed like 12 of them to get this scene done. Because I think it was filmed in a country with like no animal rights, like no at all, and they were just like that scene. That was the scene where the cats and I think they lost like a bunch of cats. There was a scene where they had to make him walk with a limp and they were just breaking his leg. That's what I mean. You read about it, and you're like, once they did that episode on Skanks, and then I read about it because I like was listening to the episode from video games, and I was like, I gotta look this up. It fucked me up. I like can't. It's the animal welfare allegations. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. They probably aren't going into the details. We can find the details online. But they were like, because you see it, you're like, oh, look at that. An animal and a cat, friends.
If you ran like billionaire pedophile.
Sure. Right.
You did it in animation.
Is that kind of like well, the Nickelodeon thing? That guy got busted. That guy, Jane, I talked about this guy at Nickelodeon. He was like, remember the show Art Class? He was yeah, this guy his name's Dan something, and he was a higher up at Nickelodeon, and it found out that he was just like wildly abusing him. Feet pictures, dude. His pool at his house. This guy Dan Schneider. His pool at his house is a foot, and he was accused of having like a crazy foot fetish. If you have a crazy foot fetish, don't make your pool. Yeah, yeah, there's a series. That's what it is. I don't know why shit for that.
The problem is, if you get busted for something like that, you look like that, everyone's gonna believe it.
Yeah, but you got a pedophile face like a motherfucker.
Some deviant shit.
You know who else had that? Was the guy that did like the boy bands? What was his name? You throwing? You're just like, yeah, you're these kids. Like, you see a picture of him? Oh. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Just a bunch of hot boys screaming. Like they're all having a good time. He's like, yeah. Oh my god, he looks like a Philip Seymour Hoffman wore a hot suit and played an evil guy. Yeah, your fuse on it. But Jimmy Savile was like, by the way, he did shit that was like in the documentary. I don't even know if they brought it up, but fuck with kids that were like on the step of death, maybe even worse. Oh my god, that is an evil man. Also, who wears a mesh shirt like that? Who only got turkey skin? Yeah. Yeah, sexually abusing these kids. And these kids are like, dude, I'm dying. I got fucking leukemia. And we're gonna fuck this weird looking dude. Yeah.
And they protect.
That's the worst part.
There's no way.
No, it's like the Sandusky thing in Penn State, where there were like people that were like kind of found out about it, and then were scared if they said anything they knew for a job. And then you're like, yeah, that's where the power comes from. It's not necessarily a clean cut thing. Morality was, I mean, obviously they have to have safes if you see something you say, but like those people, kind of who are next to that kind of power, where they have that thing in them that they want to be close to that power. They have that like thirst to be close to that person. So if they say anything, they're kicked out of the party. They're you know, but in reality, guys like him should be fucking pushed by people that don't care.
Yeah.
I watched that. And get really rich hunting that people. And you go like,
Film things from the sky. We never interacted. Do the entire show.
It's hot.
And it's Jimmy Savile has let loose with it. One of those kids is 18 now.
Oh, yes, baby.
He's got
And it's him and his dad, so it's like a bonding experience. You know, you get the guy, Larry Nasser from Michigan State. I just watched that video of the dad trying to attack him in court. That'll fire you up. When you see a dad be like, can I get a minute with him? And the judge is like, you know, I can't do that. It's just that I'm moving and trying to get like this guy. It's completely understandable. Larry Nasser's a piece of shit. So, yeah, this is it. By the way, shout out his daughters for being proud the entire time. They don't ever get shit. They're like, thanks, Dad. He just wanted to get his hands on Larry Nasser. Dude, that's wild.
That one's wild. That guy got some hair.
That was a full golden spear.
He was here. That was not his hair. That was very stuff. There's no way.
You think he did like a
He just went so fast.
It
was so fast. Watch how fast.
Here he is. Kids are too. You know what? Whatever president gets put in, you know there's a longest yard situation where you can use this guy because he got her. It was an arm tackle. He got her.
Did you see that? Yeah, show how they brought him in the second round. Look how they brought him in.
Which you should have entrance music like a
Look at
fighter.
this guy.
Look at that. They gave him a net.
He's chained. His hands are in bags. He can't use his fingers. He's handcuffed. He's shackled.
And they got 7 guys there. Dude,
Look at his eyes.
well, you know what? You hear that thing, right? But you hear that thing where the judge goes, like, from what I read, he was prepared to get like parole, I think. That's where it was in his head. And the judge is like, no, you're staying for like 5 more years. I was like, fuck that shit. Like, that is such an instantaneous, like, fuck this. What? Like, yeah. But in that moment of being told, like, no, you're she like just when she did the come in the combo, she's like,
What was he being tried for? What was he doing for?
battery.
No, not that guy.
Does he have a dusty foot? Dude, but by the way, that is a fucking hell of a defense. Oh, that's what that's better.
They hit him. They so many charges. It's a viral video.
Yeah, it's like streakers. Like they don't show them on TV, and then when they do catch them, they're like, they got an itchy something. I was at the Super Bowl, and the streakers that got there.
Did you see the one guy bet on himself?
Yeah. But that's immediately what I said to Chuck when we were at the game. I was like, dude, those guys put a bet down that they would do this, and they're gonna make a lot of money off of this. I bet there'll be a streaker in the third quarter. I can fuck that. My favorite's that all these betting sites and all that wrestling. As a lifelong wrestling fan, this is crazy. Like, you're watching Monday Night Raw, dude, also, what's next? You're gonna bet on Fast and Furious with me? This is fucking wild. You're watching plays on the Broadway shows who are like, you know, funny girl, like she has a problem with the and I love wrestling, but I would never be like, my favorite thing is coming up with gambling for my friends when we watch the world. Like, you put money in a pot and get numbers, and that's your job. Yeah, like 1,000 bucks. I think that's gambling. It's 100%. You guys, game wrestlers, like people that have been through this program through that, and they'll be like, fucking heroin. Well, they say it doesn't look good. It doesn't look David John all these things. Heroin is the set price. There's no set price. And by the way, the more you go up, the higher the so you do big bets. You're gonna, if you fuck, sure, if you win, it's amazing. But then all you do is just want to do it again. People don't walk away. It's like dealing drugs. People never walk away from that shit. They never win. The house always wins. They're gonna take your money. Always. They're not. It was so. Dude, I had a buddy when I first moved out east. I lived with my buddy Morgan in New Jersey. He loved the taste. This is like we had to go to a book about shit. So he was like, it's real good. He would get so fucking into it. He was right. He would yell this thing around. He would freak out on the points. And the points would get me fuck him. He would be like, that's from my future. He would scream and everything else. And we're like, yeah, they're the smartest guys. But they know how, like, they know behind, like, all those guys are fucking crazy small. That's crazy smart. Before you're going against Wall Street, you're going against guys that probably could be making millions on Wall Street. And you're just like, yeah, I think the Chiefs are good. Dude, the worst is the gambling is not. It's easy with us. So, you know, obviously, Super Bowl. If your team's in the Super Bowl, you fucking care. I've been to 2 Super Bowls, but I've heard that there's a lot of people that don't give a shit. Just want to go to the Super Bowl. They're just not a Super Bowl. They don't care who the team is. As someone who does care who the team is, it's a different viewing experience. So the fourth quarter of the Niners Chiefs game, I'm sweating. I'm like, and I had a punching each other in the face. Like, we're just like this entire time. Literally, it was fucking nuts. These guys in front of us were just like business CEOs from North Carolina. And as they got drunk, they noticed Jay, because you know, it's on SNL, so they always famous guys, and it's like, who I thought it was, but it's like, dude, it's a fucking Super Bowl. Like, I'm watching the Super Bowl. This is big for us. We're 49ers fans. We watch this, and by the fourth quarter, the guy goes, yeah, I got a parlay if Brandon Ayuk can't get too much. She's got my hand in front of his face. Just turn around talking to me. Because he thinks I care about his bets. You're like, dude, I love this team. We all said it's out. Shut the fuck up.
It's like having a party over your house. Yeah, just put one person just camps out front and starts talking.
Do you not understand? And I give too much of the shit about 49ers. This is the only thing my dad and I share. So I give like that extra, right? This is connected. It's like, yeah, it is. It's a disease more than it is an enjoyment. It's like a thing like, I see that logo and I'm like, this fucking place. And that's hilarious. They played last season, they played the Eagles in the NFC Championship. And all my friends, like a lot of my comedy friends are Eagles fans. Big J, Becky Owen, fucking Shane, Tommy. Like, there's so many guys I know that love Eagles, specifically Big J. And Big J's like, dude, you have a party. Come over and watch it. You know, I was like, I care way too much. And it was just him, Eagles fans, and then friends that didn't give a shit. And that's what I said. I was like, I know there's going to be one person that talks to me that I'm like, he's not talking to me right now. So then I watched it at home. I was the same way. So I watched it alone, and I just went like crazy, like a motherfucker. Screaming at the TV. Yeah.
Yeah, but what's with you?
Yeah. Especially when I shut the door. Yeah. It's pure enjoyment. It's like, it's the sports viewing equivalent of walking out of the hotel. You're like, no, I'm in the same room, and I'm like, it's unbelievable.
If you're live and you're screaming, it just seems fun.
But you want one other person there. You want a person. All I had was my dog, and she didn't understand why I was so fucking hyped up. And when Broccoli's elbow got injured, she just saw me spiraling away. Dogs can tell you she's just like slamming her hand in my leg and shaking, and I'm like,
my dog is so sweet. He freaks out and there's violence in movies. So we watch movies together. We're watching this new Netflix show. It's this new Netflix show. It's a Korean series about people that get infected and come home to I think it's called Sweet Home or something like that. It's fucking great. It's a fun show. Fun show. But there's some violent moments where the monsters get people, and the dog is like, what the fuck is that? He just fucking starts spinning around like Sweet Home. That is a show. Dogs have anxiety about stuff. Dude, my dog, every dog come down the screen. She's she's what the fuck? Like someone's in her house. Like we'll just be chilling and she'll try to like shake you. It was the first time you met her, and I think my dog was like trying to impress him because most of the time she'll look up and be like, I'm gonna shut the fuck up. But this one, she was like, like ran to the TV. We're like, big, stop acting big. It's like that in this room and we fuck this shit up. Also, she only barks at cute dogs. If it's like a hellhound or something, she's like, yeah. Oh, in there? Yeah. If you're a dog, that has to be terrifying. Yeah, we saw it. It's what it is.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He does stuff. Yeah.
First time we saw it. Carl saw it and was like,
Never barks. He'll bark if he wants to come inside. Like if someone leaves him outside for a bit, and he comes to the door and bark. Yeah, but like what?
No, we
Dad,
we wrote it. We were like, I got everything of it because everyone was inside in New York. So we like go park. We were like, I didn't shut the fuck up. And then hilariously, Katie and I left the dog with her parents in Boston.
oh no.
And we came back and the dog's better. I don't know how it is. And the mom just in Boston after he does. She walks now. And now she'll just like she'll pop off for random shit like people in the hallway. Because we live in a big building, so someone will be on the hallway. There's that, and then it's the little brothers. Greg Thunder. Goddamn, dude. I'm so jealous you can go everywhere with Carl. I'm sure you're a fucking bitch everywhere.
Yeah, Carl just says you're right.
Yeah, Carl's just like,
Especially if you time Carl.
oh, Jenny, you get to get so deep with it. That's correct. Yeah, man, I fucking having a dog was the greatest thing that happened. We got it, and it just made my life. It just rules. It just absolutely rules. I had one growing up, and then I just did it forever. And I was always like, I love seeing dogs, but then I know you're out. You know what's really funny? I always try to attribute human thought to dogs sometimes. Yeah, like I'm like, what is this dog? No, there's not a chance in hell. Every time I open those dogs, it's like a stick with a scoop on the end of it. Those need to highlight that shit.
Yeah, you highlight it. Sure.
They got a fucking dog
It's
highlight.
nice. It's nice. It's fun.
Yeah, you can get that thing going.
There's these people that are it's like a videotape this.
If someone controlled my PlayStation and then just pulled out control of it,
Yes, that's what it is, right? Because you never don't get pumped to play a really good game.
dude, Spider-Man 2, I'm so excited that they're coming out. And DLC's coming out. That 3, I'm like Marshall.
Hey, if you go through all the VR,
That shit is so old school pocket. It can be very high. I like controllers. What I got was a Steam Deck, which is like, you know, the Nintendo Switch, it's like that on steroids. And it gets games like really good games for the road. It just made it, because I fucked with everything from Game Boy on, and having a Steam Deck, and this I got for Christmas is the best thing that I have tried.
It is running in there to like,
They turn it right on.
and like, I was like shit.
You gotta do it in like small servings, or like there has to be a purpose to it, where you're like, you're done at this moment. Because if you can go, that's where you get sick. Because if you can just keep going until like you need an ending. Like it's all like that game ends.
Yeah.
I should walk away from this.
Quick, you play death matches where you play classes, guys, you're all killing each other, and you respawn, and it gets up to a certain amount of time.
Dude, I absolutely love video games. When I moved to New York, I was like, I'm done with it. And then 6 months later, I was like, where can I get a cheap Xbox 360? I need to play that. But yeah, I mean, Shane and I have a podcast we just talked about NCAA college football. That's coming up. I think get kind of vacation around playing because it's a game that hasn't been out since 2015.
How is the new Apple music app now? Does it work? I know it works with TVs. Does it have to be everything from like the App Store, or can you play like PlayStation? You say like that? So if you could do that, then you're watching augmented reality PlayStation. So you're seeing a screen. Yeah, you're seeing a screen that's like fucking 30 feet wide, and you're on the field.
Yeah, dude, I would love to be.
And you got a remote controller, just like you do with your regular game.
Yeah,
Dude, I fenced with my fucking. And we were like, we ate it. On one side of the room, like 15 feet around.
redemption too. I love that.
Oh, wow. So it's
Because here's the thing, look at Rothschild did such an incredible job saying that I was shit. And by the way, there's scenes where afterwards, where you look around and you see
because that must be a scene.
and in moments like this, like Red Dead, there's moments where we're like the desert, or we're in like a rainstorm up in the mountains.
Here's the
Yeah, here's the thing. There it is. You're like one of those people you go, I don't party anymore. And then like 2 hours later you go, you got it from Peru. I'll just get through it, go.
Thank you.
Cool.
Is that pure?
How your reaction to those green? There is conversation. There is a level of.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What do you think it's too big? It just gets too
Just like Call of Duty in front of my computer, that's really close.
Yeah, when we moved into our apartment, we put an old TV in the bedroom and outside. It's Call of Duty, and she was playing video games. She's like, "It's too much, it's too much." And the screen was like fucking on it, so we were like, "Oh yeah," we switched it out.
I remember back in the quick days, the guys didn't like, some guys didn't like monitors that were more than 21 inches. They wanted it right in front of them. So that, because, you know, you're moving your mouse, right? And the mouse
I didn't
speed,
know quavers and keyboard.
yeah, keyboard and mouse.
That's like some real shit.
Real shit.
That's the real shit.
That's the real shit. That's the scary shit.
That's
That's
like,
you get really good at the movements with the keys, and you get really good with your cursor, and you know how to jump, and every time you hit the space bar, you're jumping.
Yeah, that's like Counter-Strike. People used to be in a Counter-Strike, which is like,
It's really fast.
yeah.
The thing about quick is it's not like it's superhuman speed. You're moving at superhuman speed with rocket launchers. And you can instantaneously change weapons, repeat rockets on in the air, and electrocute you to death. It's insane. If you can do that, like that, on that kind of screen,
I don't know, but I'll tell you what. Make four on my sleep there.
it's a keyboard mouse that I really want to put. You don't want to fuck with it. You need really precise movement. Find like a good level, good graphics.
That, and
Yeah,
that
they
does,
get right up on that. Because you can, I would imagine if you're controlling a 21-inch space,
yeah.
and you are very accustomed to moving your cursor around a 21-inch space with your mouse, right? You move it around, very precise. If you stretch that bitch out to 40 inches, 45 or 50, now you're doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That does, so it's all one thing.
right there. You really want it like a 21-inch computer. That's it. Right. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
Right
there's
there,
a-
bam,
there is-
bam, bam. And then you got to get glues under that screen because you don't want to go back and forth the screens. It's going to fuck with your timing.
Yeah, you need something
Take
that's
it a
consistent.
while. Yeah, you need because those guys are fucking freaks. It's mouse sensitivity and the weight of the mouse. They add weights to the mouse. They take weights away. Some of them like lighter mouses. They make mouses that are hollow to take as much weight out of them as possible.
So these guys make custom
Gaming mice, mice. You should go find the lightweight gaming mice. They literally, like, you know, they do with race cars. They like take everything out, anything that weighs anything. They drill holes in the door handles. They do that. Look at these mice.
hybrid dude.
Look at them. They're just like
That's
skeletons.
what it says, $170.
Oh, dude, there's
By the way,
some
it's
of
at-
them are more than that.
It's at Purdy. It's called Purdy.
See that one in the lower right-hand side?
Yeah.
It says Euro Gamer Championship. The right-hand middle.
Yeah, right there, that
That
lightweight.
one. That's
Dude. And so what you're doing, because I know are you using the wheel?
I use the wheel to switch weapons. Sometimes I use the wheel. I use the wheel for rail gun. So when I know I want to hit the rail gun, I just turn the wheel and turn the rail gun instantly. So I have keys pressed. They're all set up, all exactly. Each weapon.
I feel like a coke he'll come to a crackhead.
Yeah.
Like, here you go. Like,
Right
people
key.
love when you go, I smoke it out of glass after it's a rock. And I'm like, this is nuts.
Yeah, right key is the rocket launcher. Always.
Keep that thing
Right
on
key
the
is rocket launcher. Left key is fire.
And how long the games last? Like you said, they're fast, but like 5 minutes fast or like.
Well, no, this is timer. So like if you're having a one-on-one death match, you'll do a 7 timer, and they'll count you down, and then it'll say fight. And then you're just running through the corridor, picking up weapons, trying to pick up armor, and dudes know where you're at because they can hear you, because they can hear your footsteps, and you're grunting as you're running. And so you're running through these corridors.
It's always one-on-one.
Always, well, you can do multiple death matches where you just have a fucking melee. Yeah. Like 30 dudes just killing each other. And you keep respawning and killing. Those are fun. Those are fun. But the way to do it, like one-on-one deathmatch,
Do you have any friends? Do you have any friends that if you could break for us, you could call and be like,
I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that.
you would bring that back in their life?
It's too personal. It's too good. It's too good. And if you have responsibilities,
Yeah, oh, no, me too. I do my responsibilities. So it's kind of similar to Fortnite, right?
how fast I'm shooting the railgun. Now the railgun kills you instantaneously. The railgun is like wherever you point at,
Oh,
they hit.
you got that Doom deal. You said like Doom.
If you're running like insanely fast.
By the way, I love. It's fun to watch the camera on the guy because his face is doing nothing because he's so concentrated.
Yeah. Okay, switch your weapons.
Yeah.
So right now he's back with the railgun, the rocket launcher,
Just flying around. Are they?
shotgun. Oh, shotgun. Oh, that was good. This is definitely good. That's a rocket launcher.
So he's just hopping around. Do they do like throw tournaments of this?
Well, yeah, they do.
Really?
Yeah, so see how he's running back to these spots? That means the weapon is respawned. So every time you snatch a weapon, you have a weapon.
Damn. Okay. All right. This is the
Don't
closest
shoot the
to
real one. So the real one, if you're dead.
Did he kill that guy? It's 11 to 3. So whoever it is,
Fuck that dude up, so that dude has a run. So they're going to get help. So now he knows.
how good did you do? You got decent, but you get arms. You said, guys, because there's games. We play online games. Still go against me. I get it.
You don't have the time to compete with some autistic dude who's on ADHD medication, doesn't have a job, gets a government check, and he's just fucking people up.
It's like that South Park where they play this Warcraft and they're playing with that guy.
Those guys are good. And their identity wraps around there's certain guys who see certain.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you get that thing where you're like, stop?
Oh yeah, you get panicky. You're like running into walls, trying to find armor. Get blown up again.
Do they have videos of them freaking out? That's something I like to see. Is like gamers fast. We like them. That's great. That's
So you can have a match anytime you want. That's too tempting. Online with real people. Anytime you log in, you see a server, you join the server, boom, you're in just one-on-one death matches where there's people waiting. So you'll look, you find a server, you're like, one guy's waiting, yes, later, so the guy's waiting. And you spawn, and it's like chill.
quick shit. Do we have we'll play online. League or which is like car soccer or something. Yeah, I read a lot about it. I played this for years. It's soccer with cars, which sounds it's so addictive. We get online at night, and Katie and her brother Kevin are both really good at it, and I'm like, I get too intense, and I'm like, fucking, I'll like hit the ball, and I'm like, I'm gonna break out. And you'll play that, used to be like, oh, this guy's too good. Like, you'll hit it in the air, and it's just like, you just score a goal.
Yeah, there's tricks people can do.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, guys that get so good at it, they're just like,
Guys rocket jump. It's rocket jump. So if you are fully armed, you get 200 arms. You can point your rocket down at the ground and jump at the same time as the trigger. You can fly.
Oh, that's genius.
So you can rocket launch, rocket jump up to a platform, and then high. And then just start picking bitches apart. And so everybody that walks in, you got the rail gun, you got your cursor pointed right at the doorway, and every time you go in the doorway, boom,
That's how it is about you're just picking people off.
campers. You're very mad at campers.
Yeah, dude.
But it's a fucking, look, you know, and it's snipers in a war, shut the fuck up. That's part of war. And you can get mad at snipers and cheating.
Stop camping. I was sniper.
Oh yeah, there's bombs. Yeah,
So they would hide. They would like.
the whole program, there was different bots, and one of them was an aim bot. So that with the aim bot, what you do is you could never miss. So if you just with a regular stupid gun, like that only does like points of damage, which I guess you get a pistol to start.
Sure.
You're minimally armed.
That's why you're going around giving the
Right.
guys.
It's very difficult to kill a fully armored guy with a
Sure.
or a rifle. So then you have to run and grab armor. You have to grab rocket launcher.
It's like a super the sweepstakes, the super sweepstakes. Where they're like, go. It's like going through.
You're just running through, trying to gather up as much shit, and you know the map. Everybody has maps memorized.
Yeah.
So they know when things are spawning. Some of them even have comps to tell them, health spawns in 30 seconds.
Yeah.
So every time they pass over armor respawns. And they have it all listed on the map. I'm running around. And then guys would have these aim bombs, and they could never miss. So they would kill you, and every time they kill you, they would be fully armed. They'd have all the weapons, and then they'd know exactly where you're going to be. And then they would kill you again. And they would kill you again, kill you again. And you couldn't, every now and then they would die, and they would respawn, they would kill you again. They couldn't miss.
I would love to just talk.
Just an aim bot. This is called Duty. It shows you what's fast to teach you to fly.
Oh, so they pay a company and they give you all that shit.
That's crazy. And how do you prevent that? Bro, all these weapons, that's fast as shit.
When they do multiplayers, there's one game. Yeah, there's one level where they're doing like storage units that I watch. Yeah, shit, that's what it is. It's like nonstop. Like you just like turn a corner, dead, shoot, dead, like that fast. But I can't. I just sat by the charge station, and every time someone recharged it, you go to the lobby and they show you stats were like, I'm surprised they didn't get a call from the military. It was like 700, like 300 kills. There's something wild. So just sitting there, I was like a shitty little guy. What you want to do? What? What is this?
Sandbox is a VR gameplay around go. And there's a thing called Deadwood Mansion, and then there's a new Deadwood.
So you go to a place to get
You
VR.
have two rooms on you.
Yeah.
You put on the headset, and you are in a house. You are in this house that's getting stormed by zombies.
Yeah.
And everyone has something. You either have two pistols, or you have a shotgun, or you have a rifle.
And then so then you're just
Listen to me. Get this shotgun.
okay.
The shotgun is overpowered. Sometimes they fuck up when they make the game.
Yeah, they got a nerf weapon.
The shotgun's overpowered. Shotgun kills everything. The shotgun is the weapon.
And you just stand there and
You just cha-cha.
but you're in a safe room so you
Down in
don't run.
zombies.
So you don't run into a table or anything.
Yeah, when you run into your friends too sometimes, because you're all together. You can see each other.
Oh, so if you
See
walk
you.
into
So literally, I would see you with your armor on. I would know where your space is. And we would all be moving around together. But sometimes we fall packs into each other.
Yeah.
Like there's zombies coming from the ceiling. They're storming at you and clawing at you. You see red in front of you when they get you.
as someone that has sworn off VR, this is the way to get into it. Just saying VR zombies.
It's so fun.
Because it's gonna be scary as shit.
Yeah, at one time I had the number 3 score for this deadly mansion.
Just sit there.
I got a shotgun.
Did you feel it though? Yeah, because you show up and goes, hey, Junior, get the shotgun.
It's really fun. It's a crazy game, dude.
But that's crazy. What the VR does to the video games is just heightens the emotional impact that it has on you because it's sensory. It's like kind of like deprivation tanks, but like it's just putting all the senses into that. Because like I was obsessed with this game Friday the 13th that they made back on PS4, and you would either be a counselor or Jason. And it's just all online. Dude, it's fucking wild. It was wild. I loved it. But what I would do is fucking giant joints, and then I turn off all the lights in my apartment, and I play Jason, and it's like, it's scary. Because this is the guy as Jason. But you go around and you see the counselors inside. Yeah, and the dude's kids. And that's the phone box. That's how you call the cops. He's got something trapped. He's a Jason. I still play it sometimes. I got it. I'm a little
set a trap at the so Jason is smart.
You can set it's all strategy. It's you versus these counselors.
So Jason gets that trap.
He has 5 bear traps and then 5 throwing knives. It's a stupid mutant that drowned him. Like, he's dead. But this game fucking gets so scary. It's so scary when you're like, because when you're a counselor, you're just like walking around, you're like going through drawers trying to find weapons or whatever. And then all of a sudden it's just like, in the background, it's like, and then when Jason shows up when you're at a cabin, they smash the window, and it's like, yeah, everyone's like, get the fuck out of here! The service is still up. I'm fucking back on it right now.
I have not seen it, but I've heard legends of this alien that's on VR. It's supposed to be insane. Like Alien,
When you get a
first movie.
Alien.
Really Scott. Yeah. There's an alien. This is true. I want to make sure this is true. Someone told me it's a terrifying game you can play on VR based on the first Alien.
I just went
No,
through
they told us at least a year ago, maybe more.
that,
Probably more than
do you think we see in the future, do you think we see things like heart attacks and shit in VRs are already happening? Like, people getting so scared that it hurts them in real life.
Well, I think if you're really vulnerable and your heart is jacked up at 190 beats a minute, especially if you have one of those giant omnidirectional treadmills they have now, dude, they have a surface. It's a new surface that it's a contained surface and a contained space, and whatever direction you walk in, it moves.
Also, it does like a topography of like.
No. It just stays flat, but every it goes left and right, and it goes left and right, and it goes. You back up, it backs up with you. You stay in the same spot, so you're walking around, and it somehow or another registers through the headset into the flooring which direction you're going, and it compensates for that.
They're gonna think we're such idiots in the future when they're like, just want to get control of everybody.
But do you know what kind of good shape you would get in? Here's what you do. You put ankle weights on, and you put a weighted vest on.
Yeah.
And then you play one of these gun games that's like really intensive. You jack that, and you get jacked. You're walking around with all that weight on.
Yeah.
That's a fucking workout.
Also, what they should do is, we got those trillions of dollars going around in our military. The military probably has something like this developed. They're with Boston Dynamics. Yeah, they go, you want to see our robot? Take out a fucking village in Colombia? Oh, really? Alien.
But what I heard is,
Yeah, you get scared as shit. I mean, I got scared as shit that Jason gave it to do what was going wrong.
that one movie was scary. Because we're saying one people were smart. Great. They kind of fucked that up in the second one because there was a bunch of them that were kind of easy to kill.
And they also just threw it in. They were like, hey, we're on the ship, we're on this planet, here you go, just a ton of them.
And it's a great movie. Like, all by itself. Yeah, it's a great movie, but it's not the same thing as the first one. The first one was smart as fuck. It was smart and clever. It would wait for people to hide. Like, it knew how to get around you. It knew how to, like, attack you when you weren't looking. In the second one,
They had a little mouth.
yeah.
Was the little mouth in the second one? They came out.
Oh, there was no right there. It's on that second mouth. It's right in the head. Such a brain attack.
Did you like Prometheus?
Yes.
Oh, gosh.
I did. I loved it. Yeah,
made us.
Yeah.
And she's going back to their world. Like then she sets the course to be like, no, fuck this, I'm gonna go where these people are from that made us and made the alien. And just leaves you high and dry. We were like, where'd you go? Show me that shit. Alien 3. No, Alien 3. Really? Alright. Really? It pops up and stuff, you're like, oh, hey. Like Mikey dies. It was all like during Christmas, and it was just all about it. I'm like, hey, this is my life. Hey. Well, it's getting caught in such a major bind. But also,
Something for attention. So,
and you get turned on by the people that were helping you. And they go like, yes, fuck that guy. I helped him. He's a fucking dick. And they're like, oh my God. That's what's wild. We do like, I thought we were Guinness structure.
Still on his neck.
What? Oh, no, it's like a, it's like industry dinners, you know, where they have to oversell it. They don't understand why they're reaching out for this.
it's not that simple. That's so
No, not at all. I think what it is it's like, you know, there's like an infection because something's embedded in you, but it's not the thing that's embedded in you that's causing the problem as much as it is the part of it that's infected, and now it's got a different thing. That's what that is, where it's like something happened, and instead of them solving it and pulling that out, that splinter that got infected, the infection built on it, and now you're dealing with 6 things on top of the actual. That's my guess, but that's what it feels like. Because I've seen people go through bad shit and correct it and be okay. And I've seen people go through kind of bad shit and then it just.
There's also this thing that people do to do things like that, where they recognize that a certain amount of bullshit is tolerable.
Yeah.
A certain amount of you exaggerating an experience and saying that you were threatened, a certain amount of that seems to be tolerated. So you don't question, because then it appears that you're insensitive. And you go, well, you know, and then there's so many people that stood up and like made these tweets.
We don't need your reaction.
Yeah, but it's also like we don't have any information. We don't have any information to react to this, but the story seems so implausible. And nobody wanted to say it. Nobody wanted to say, I think he made that up.
I immediately thought of when that happened, like the reaction a couple weeks later, I immediately thought of Ben Stiller and the cable guy. And they're doing like the Menendez brothers speech. And they do the phone call and he goes, I don't know who it was, but he was Asian. And they just like, they're clearly lying on the phone call. And you're like, that's kind of how that felt to me. You're like, dude, you're working hard. You should know how to tell a better story. Your storytelling is dog shit. Yeah, this is right. So that's like they're spoofing that. Like they clearly killed their parents, but that was their excuse. Yeah. And you're like, this. Someone like him, who's been a child actor, he's got been a child actor's whole life, right? And they know how to love them. They know they're on fire, they're in Mighty Ducks, they're in fucking Alien Company, you know what I mean? They're on a big show. They're on a big fucking show. And it's like, Hank starts with it. And you're like, hey, the show's running out and we're not paying as much as you think you need to pay. You get desperate. You start being like, well, what can I do to stay up there? What's going to keep me? How do I rocket launch? Am I wearing enough armor to rocket jump and rocket launch myself back up? And he fucked up. And he just was like, it was a desperate move. Yeah, being like, if this works, I am the victim and it'll just keep being that.
Please come say hi in the VC when you can, please. I have a robot that is automatically posting to Instagram for me that you can see as I am screen sharing. Period. It is very cool. Period.
2019 when I was there, and he did an hour about what it was like being busted behind a guy 9/11. And the show gave me anxiety because of how he did it beautifully. He did it beautifully. It was funny. It started funny. He was explaining how he was famous. It was the last season, and he goes into the and he tells you about the call in the New York Times. The guy goes, "I want to talk about 9/11." The way it describes it, you're like, and he made it fun. And he made it into a thing of like, I fucked up. It was a great hour. I hope you take that. I don't know if you'll take that, but I mean, that feeling of like small things. For that first thing that I got.
I think he's doing his own.
Yeah, I think he
Does he ever say?
Yeah, I don't know. This is where I feel bad for actors because it's comedic. You can immediately go like we can say we're wrong much easier than actors. Right. Because actors have that, and you know better now. They have that like. It's like being around actors like me. Where you're like, I can't bust your balls because they take it serious.
Yeah.
That's just how the entertainment business is. Like, musicians act different than actors, and actors act different than actors. You just saw the stuff like, what if they get and go like, it was desperate. Yeah, you don't know. You don't know what you're on your next show. You don't know what you're going to get your next game. If he would have just done one of those, he probably would have to admit that it was true. That's what I mean. I don't think he has to admit that it was true. And now he's stuck in that thing forever. And now he's stuck in that thing where you're like, well, so you're saying something that we all, that the guys involved said.
Like, there's people that do comment.
That is what a writer does. Evidence comes out, it's like living that web serial. We're like, you can just get there, huh? It's like thinking that work is not going to turn on you after it did 3.